front runs, and he's popped off in the lead. Setting the pace here then, and Tony Dobbin will be able to manufacture the speed at will here, when to inject, when to come back, and they take the first in the lead. They all pop over safely. Landing Light's the favourite, second from the left of our picture here, in those black and yellow diamond jackets of Mr. and Mrs. John Poynton. And if he's to take a hand in the champion hurdle, then surely he's got to take this. But good day for the Henderson's yard already. A couple of winners on the board at Newbury. Looking at those results early on. The French Furze leads, though, to Montalcino in second place. And then we've got Landing Light in a share of second, virtually, just a length and a half in front of Simply Gifted in the red, white and green jacket, a horse that was supplemented for this race earlier in the week when it really didn't fill. And the back marker is the 4-year-old Dibia Times. Malcolm Jefferson amongst the winners here, but just that second at Haydock. So they race away then, and on a long stride now before they come to the third flight. There should be a hurdle on this stretch of the track, but because of this bright setting low sun, which just disappeared momentarily behind a cloud, they won't be jumping a flight of hurdles on this stretch of the track. So they come down towards the turn that takes them towards the back straight, and it's the French Furze leading. To Montalcino in second, and up on the outside goes Landing Light, and then comes Dibia Times, and the back marker is Simply Gifted. And the second, third, fourth and fifth all playing a little bit remote to this lead of the French Furze as he comes in towards flight number 3 as they negotiate this turn. Trained last year by Martin Pipe when he was 7 lengths second to Barton, now in the care of Nicky Richards. And just watch him jump this flight of hurdles. Let's have a look at his front legs as he comes into it. And as he comes into it, oops, just popped over there. Didn't get a really good view. Horse, we think, crosses his legs. On the inside, Simply Gifted. Montalcino, the winning lines jacket of white and yellow, just being pushed along there. And there, he crossed his legs again, didn't he? The French Furze. Very unusual. Landing Light on the outside of the black and yellow checks. Dibia Times shielded from this camera angle as they race down the back stretch, and they're all getting a little bit closer now to the French Furze, but Tony Dobbin just eased down the tempo a little bit. Montalcino's being pushed along flat to the boards. Prize money down to 4th place. French Furze coming to it. Watch him, watch his legs. There we go, just crosses them. Dibia Times up on the outside. Landing Light's the 5 to 4 on favourite now. Dibia Times on the outer. Don't fancy the chances of Montalcino. That's the least likely winner at this stage. Simply Gifted comes through into 4th place, and he'll pick up about $2 grand for finishing 4th. The French Furze, though, with the advantage to Dibia Times, the 4-year-old. Big horse on the outside, the green jacket of Mr. and Mrs. Raymond Anderson green, then Landing Light between them. Simply Gifted on the inner, and Montalcino is the first one to crack. They come round the home run, down towards the third from home. The French Furze on the inside of Dibia Times, coming to take this now, and it's Dibia Times who's the stronger on the right, the French Furze. Landing Light being pushed along a switched run now as they come down towards the second from home. In this Pertemps fighting 5th, coming there strongly now, Landing Light, with Dibia Times running the rail. A quick economical jump there by Landing Light, but it's had to be pushed along. Dibia Times now caught just a little bit flat-footed. The French Furze is staying on for another place attempt again. This is the final flight, comes into it, and over it, it's Landing Light with the advantage. The French Furze is dipping deep on the far side, but with 150 yards to go. It's a bold run and a gold run from Landing Light, who comes home a length and a half to the good. The French Furze, the little terrier, is trying to close in on him, but the Landing Light is too strong despite the weights. French Furze is second, coming home third is Simply Gifted. Good prize money picked up there. Dibia Times just caught a little bit flat, and Montalcino plugged on at the 1 pace, and so it's 2 from 2 for the stars on show at Newcastle this afternoon as Landing Light has come home and completing or continuing great day for the Henderson yard, but has won this Grade 2 Pertemps fighting 5th hurdle in Dur style. In the colours of Mr. and Mrs. John Poynton, this In the Wings horse was written today by John Kavanagh, and he jumped and got away from the final flight of hurdles very quickly indeed.
Straight. It looked as if the favourite was in big trouble, because John Kavanagh had to give Landing Light a reminder coming in towards that third last, and he looked as if he was going to go backwards, but it actually had the desired effect, because suddenly he's back on the bet, and suddenly all the others are now flat to the boards. He's got the beaten of debut times. The danger is the French Furze, who'd run a good second to Westender in a handicap down at Cheltenham. Now, this horse on the far side, the French Furze, is race fit. He's already had a run. This horse, Landing Light, is having his first run for 217 days. He does hold his head in a strange way, doesn't he? He sticks it up, almost look at the crowd. The ears are back as well. And I tell you what, JR's got to have to get really serious with him to keep him up to his task. He's just going across a little bit. He's not an easy ride, but he wins the race, and that's what it's about. And he's now got a career record of 5 out of 7. And it'll be very interesting to see what the bookmakers make of this. Could this be the horse to top a list, to Brack? What do you think? 10-1 now with Victor Chandler for the champion hurdle. They pulled him a couple of points. He was 12. So if you fancy this horse, in my book, he's got it to do, but it was his first run.